Hey guys, it's Jen and I wanted to share another makeup tutorial with you. This is very appropriate for, spring and summer. It's just a little bit fresh, but the thing I love the most about this sort of matte, mostly gradient look is that it works for such a large range of eye shapes because it doesn't really do like the eye contour cut crease thing at all. It's mostly just about softly blending from dark to light shadows. So I really hope you guys enjoy this. I hope it's helpful for those of you who are like not knowing where to place your eyeshadow. It's a really easy step-by-step tutorial, so I hope you like it. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be starting off using an eyeshadow primer. I always do this just to add a little bit of extra non-creasiness to my eye, plus it helps eyeshadow, eyeliner, everything to stay in place all day. Next, I'm going to go in with the Soft Glam eyeshadow palette. I'm going to start off with this medium orangey color right here. So I'm taking burnt orange and I'm just going to use this as a transition color. So I'm going to use this all over my eyelid in a half moon shape. I'm going to really focus this underneath where the eye socket is. So if you just push in with your brush or finger, you can feel where your eye socket is and it's going to go right underneath there. You can do a windshield wiper motion just to really softly blend it out. Next I'm going to go with Sienna, which it has a little bit more redness to it. I'm going to go about halfway up of where I put that shadow before, and I'm going to pat this into the lid and just sweep it back and forth so it blends into that transition color. And I also like to make the shape just slightly higher on the outer corners, and it kind of swoops a little bit past the eye. So it's going to follow more the shape of your eyebrow versus your actual eye, just somewhere in between there. Again, we're going to cut half the distance of the shadow we applied that time, and we're going to pat this into the eyelid just so it gets more opaque color. If you swipe, it'll sort of blend the shadow out, but if you pat it, it gets a little bit more dense. And softly blend out that upper edge by having a little bit less pressure on your brush and just sweep it a little bit side to side. And that should give it a really pretty gradient. I'm going to take that same burgundy color, the mulberry shade, and I'm going to use this to line my lower lash line. So with a little short bristled dense brush, I'm just patting this on the outer edge and just sweeping it until about the halfway point. This is going to taper as it gets closer to the center of your eye. But the shape that you want to go for is a nice oval around your entire eye. Now to add a little bit extra glitz, I'm taking the color Bronze, which is this beautiful gold metallic shade, and I'm just going to pat this on the inner corners. You don't want to swipe this too much because it's very, very flaky. I'm just going to pat that with a teeny tiny brush, sweep that toward my lower lash line, and blend it a little bit upward into the color we already applied. Now I'm taking a really light shade. This is called Tempera, and I love this for a brow bone highlight color. It's not terribly bright. It has just the softest satin glow to it. I'm just sweeping this underneath my brow bone. Next I'm going in with a black liquid eyeliner. I like laying the side of the eyeliner pen against my eye and just pressing it in, because sometimes it gives you a little bit more flexibility and not getting a wiggly line, if you know what I mean. I'm going to start out with the outline of the shape first. I'm going to the outer corners, pulling that up toward the corner of where my eyebrow is, so right here, in the same angle as my lower lash line. So this is just extending upward from there. And then I'm going to pull the point toward the middle. Next, I'm going to curl my lashes and add mascara. This is one of my faves for full lashes. It's the Smashbox Full Exposure Waterproof. For the lower lashes, I like putting the inner corner ones and dragging this toward my nose, and then have the outer ones flare out. I do the opposite direction, so it gets that flare action. And now I'm going to apply my favorite pair of medium-ish length false eyelashes that flare a little bit at the ends. Finally, I'm going to use some brow pencil. I'm using my Hourglass Arch Brow Sculpting Pencil in Soft Brunette. First, just trace the outline of the shape you would like. I'm gonna pull the wing out just a little bit. I'm going toward the bottom. And then I'm just going to fill in. And I'm doing strokes that are in the same angle of the brow hairs. Then I'm taking the little spoolie brush on the other side, softening up this front edge, brushing through the brows. Next, for the face, I'm going to be using my IT Cosmetics Confidence in Your Glow. This is in the shade Instant Warm Glow. Because the eyes are a little bit orangey, I think this peachy tone of blush is going to look really pretty. I'm going to start off with the bronzer. I'm just going to put this right under my cheekbone, angled toward my mouth from the top of my ear. Most of the concentration of the product is going to be toward the ear, and then blend it out as you move forward. That way it'll just sort of give you a natural little contour. You can also do this down your jawline and also by your hairline. I especially like to do this up by my hairline when I have my hair pulled back. Next, I'm going to take the blush shade, and that's going to fit right above where I did the bronzer. I like to keep this pretty high on the cheeks for a little springtimey pop of peach. But again, it's going to stick in that same sort of angle. Mainly concentrating on this outer edge right here, and then just sort of softly blending out from there. For the highlight, I have kind of been obsessed with these Smashbox and Vlada pink metallic-y shades that they have. This highlighter is just amazing. It's a really pretty pop of pink. So I'm gonna put that on the top of my cheekbones. And then I like putting it right above my eyebrows in a little C shape right here. Do you see how pretty that is? I feel like the pink goes so well with the peachy tones too. I love it. But because it's also pink, I'm only sticking to putting this on my cheekbones. I don't really put this all over my face, like down my nose bridge or anything. The little pops here, and then above the brows. And then for lips, I've been liking a little bit of color, but still feeling very balmy. So I'm using my YSL Volupte Liquid Color Balm. So this is the final look. I love how it's just a little bit warmer compared to most like bronzy spring summertime looks, but it still has that glowing goddess kind of feeling, you know? I'm just so obsessed with like the matte gradient eye thing. So I've been doing little variations of this on an everyday basis. So I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, don't forget to hit thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below on what shade ranges of like neutral shadows you've been into lately, and don't forget to hit the little bell icon if you're subscribed and you're not seeing my videos. Make sure that is turned on so that you guys can see my future videos. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!